Hopefully.
I would just requested.
You turned your audio down?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that works. We don't get no weird feedback. Hey, John, check, make sure we don't get no weird feedback on.
What does that mean for me?
Go live on Instagram.
Said, what does that mean?
So what?
You gotta turn the audio. I think you got muted. Like turn the volume down.
I already did that. Oh, that's weird. Turn the volume down on yours too.
Oh, it's the audio. You gotta mute. Since we're in the same place, we use the same audio. Hey, y'all in the chat, let us know on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Let us know if y'all can hear us and everything.
Man, this Zoom does all
What
the
up,
way
Shelby? Can you see those chats?
I mean, yeah, but I can't read them.
You can't read it? Yeah. Give us a second, y'all. We just want to make sure everybody can hear us and everything.
Join. I'm hearing you.
Instagram, y'all hear anything weird?
A heart.
Give me the thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Is that what you're doing on Instagram? A thumbs up? One. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear us.
Mm-hmm. Put a one in the chat if you can hear us clearly.
Okay, Facebook can hear us. We sound good, John? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We did it. Minimal issues, baby. Minimal.
We simulcasting.
Simulcast is where you go live on every platform you have.
Everyone.
Except for TikTok. We don't do that.
I don't even have TikTok. You go live on TikTok?
I don't, but I can.
Oh, okay.
All right, y'all. We got a show for you today, man. Your body will tell you loud and clear. Okay. We got a show for y'all today. We're going to be talking about a amazing detox method. Why is detoxing so important? Because we usually focus on weight loss, we focus on disease reversal, we focus on mental sharpness. There's all these different areas we want to focus on, but no matter what area you want to focus on, detox is going to be a part of that. Almost to say, if you just focus on detox, you'll get all those other things.
I mean, you're giving away the answers already.
Today
at the front.
Today, Chris James is here with Stephen Michael. Stephen Michael, say what up to the.
What's going on, guys? My name is Stephen Michael, your favorite holistic wellness coach.
Stephen, I'm your favorite. I'm your favorites. I am your favorites. Your favorite wellness coach's favorite wellness coach.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
I'm Chris James is your favorite wellness coach's favorite wellness coach.
Okay.
I've had an impact on all the new wellness coaches.
That's true. Globally.
I'm just talking. I don't know. But I do want to get into this topic because I don't want to be with y'all too I don't want to keep y'all too long tonight. I don't want to be before you too long, beloved.
But I know what that means.
I'm really excited. So I don't even know if I should probably talk right now because I'm probably gonna jump the gun. I should probably just give it to Stephen because he wrote some things down, so he has like more of a strategy and an outline, and I'm very excited to tell y'all some stuff. So,
well, that's awesome. I'm excited as well. But something about myself, if you guys don't know, is that I typically come prepared with something. And that's just because there's so much in there. And I usually just make a couple notes so that way I know what I'm going to be talking about. And it's clear and concise. So we're talking about detox and why is detox important? And this is a favorite topic because, as Chris stated, no matter what it is that you are looking to do in your wellness journey, detox is going to be a part of it. Almost as if you simply just focused on detoxification of the body, everything else just kind of falls in line, right? So let's talk about detox a little bit. What does detox mean? It's literally what it sounds like. It is to or remove toxins. detox, right? And the body does this naturally. It is literally a detox machine. Every cell in the body has the ability to detox. Your primary detox organ is your liver. And when your body does not detox well, or when you start to have issues in particular organ systems, or body systems, then this is where you get disease from, right? Or dis-ease, or the inability to detox easily. Okay. So there's a term that we love to use, and it's used in the world more than, it's probably one of the most prevalent words used in our day-to-day life, especially as wellness coaches. But this word is going to be something that you've all heard before, and the word is healthy, right? And we think about the word healthy, and we don't really think about what that means. And when I ask people, what does healthy mean to you? I get all kinds of answers, right? So it's like, well, if everybody has a different answer to the word healthy, do we actually understand what healthy is, right? That's a great question, right? Do we actually understand what healthy is if everyone has a different answer? If I ask you to draw me a football field, you're going to probably do a really good job of drawing a football field. We know what that looks like. We're probably going to all have very similar answers. Now, if you ask somebody in a different country, they may draw you a soccer field, but we're still going to be pretty close. But when I ask people what is healthy, I've gotten hundreds of different answers to what healthy means. So let's talk about it a little bit, right? So what is the definition of healthy? And you're not going to believe what this is. It is in good health. Well,
that's why it's so confusing.
That's right? Exactly why it's so confusing, because it just literally means in good health. So I continued to look, and then I looked at the second definition, which probably is actually a better definition, but it doesn't necessarily it's not a catch-all. Healthy is a catch-all, which means you can just say in good health, which this is healthy. That's good health. That's healthy, right? Right. But what does that mean when we're talking about the body? And when we're talking about the body, it means a part of the body that is not diseased. That is what healthy means when we're talking about the physical body, a part of the body that is not diseased. In order for the body or a organ system or a part of the body to not be diseased, the body or the organ system has to do one thing very well, or high function very well, and that is detox. In order for the body to not be diseased, let me say it again, that organ system or that organ needs to have the ability or the high functioning ability to detox. So what does that mean? If we're talking about healthy, or what health is, right? It is a healthy person. It is that person's ability at a high level or a high function, their ability to detox. Now, that means if you have a dis-ease, which we're going to come with, which will come with a slew of symptoms, then that would mean that you would not fall under the category of healthy, right? And this is a conversation that I have, and I know it's not the most comfortable truth, but it's true. And this is a conversation that I've had with people, especially with my clients. They'll tell me well, Stephen, I got a clean bill of health. The doctor said I was very healthy, right? Well, except obesity. I'm good other than obesity, but they gave me a clean bill of health. Well, here's the problem. Obesity is a diagnosable disease. It's literally a disease. So you literally cannot be the words disease, dis-ease, and healthy. They can't be together, right? It's an oxymoron. So number one, if we find ourselves in a situation where we are suffering from obesity, it is a disease, which is going to have symptoms as well, right? Death is one of them. High blood pressure, stroke, heart failure. There are a slew of different symptoms that stem directly from obesity. Okay. Now, the reason that we have obesity, or where that comes from, there's a lot of different reasons, but in general, the one common denominator, the one major factor that you can find with people that are dealing with obesity is low functioning livers, right? And this is part of the problem. This is part of the inability to detox, because once again, as I stated, the liver is the major or the primary detox organ. So in order for us to then be considered healthy, we have to then have the ability to detox properly or at a high function. And in order for to do that, then we need to, of course, focus on our detoxification organs or body systems, right? And this is really where this, everything that we are focused on, or everything a healthy alternative focuses on, really comes into play, because we focus on detoxification, whether it's detoxification through eating healthy foods, right? And also I want to just add, so when we're talking about healthy foods, because we have to remember this definition. So I really want you to remember this definition of healthy: the ability to detox. Think of that phrase when you now think of healthy, or when you hear the word healthy, I want you to think of the phrase ability to detox. Now, when you have that understanding and you start asking yourself about different foods, is this food healthy or is this food not healthy? Because there's all these diets out there. There's all these labels that you're going to put in your face and say, oh, this is a healthy protein powder. This is a healthy shake, right? All this stuff, but it's got sugar, processed sugar in it, right? Ask yourself, does this food have the ability to help me detox? Mm-hmm. If the answer is no, it is not healthy.
Ooh.
Do you hear me? Let me say that again.
Say that again.
If this food does not have the ability to help you or assist you in detox, it is not healthy, right? Once again, because health is truly about the ability to detox. So when we're talking about foods, the only foods that are truly available to help you detox are foods that your body is able to actually absorb and assimilate, right? They have nutritional value, which means they're going to have vitamins, minerals, they're going to have your micronutrients, they're going to have your macros, right? And then they're going to have everything you need. They're going to have everything you need, right? So that is going to come from one source of food, and these are your whole foods, right? So anything that is not a whole food is not healthy. It does not have the ability to help you detox. That means your healthy Nutri-Grain bars, they're not healthy. They're not helping you detox, right? Your healthy protein powders, your dare I say, vegan protein powders, they're processed food. They're not helping you detox, right? And I'm not saying that for some people they're not beneficial and they don't have their benefits to them, but please don't confuse that with healthy. Right? That's what we're really talking about here. We get confused about what that word actually means, and we think that we are eating healthy, but we are not. And then we don't understand why we are now sick. We don't understand why we now have disease, because we think, oh, I'm eating healthy, but you're not. You are actually hindering your body's ability to detox with 95% of the food that you're probably eating that you think is healthy, but it's not. It's not helping you detox. So this is why we have created, right, what we are moving into now, so we can help you detox.
Steve, what you talking about, man?
Hey, man,
you going a little bit too far now.
My bad, man. I'm trying to help you.
I gave you the sticks early. You started playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. And then you want to try and beat the final boss.
Yeah, my bad, man.
You know I get
a little. Here, man. What you think about that, man? I know I just laid down a lot. What you think?
I mean, you killed it. And I think so let me say this too, right? Because my experience working with people is precisely the same. People don't know what healthy is. As a matter of fact, I talk about that word healthy a lot. And here's what people will do. People will talk about what they're doing that's healthier. Well, I'm eating healthier. Well, I'm eating this is healthier. That's healthier. And healthier is a cop-out. And we conflate healthier and healthy. So this is where the confusion comes from, because there's a distinct difference between healthy and healthier.
That's correct.
Healthier is very easy to accomplish. And there's really no award for healthier, because maybe you feel a little bit better, maybe it's better, but it's not solving the problem. And we want to get to root problems here. Healthier is better than what you were doing.
Yeah.
But if you were eating McDonald's every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, remember that movie, Super Size Me? Okay, you take a person who's fit, fairly healthy, whatever the case that might be, and then he starts eating McDonald's every single day, that becomes a major detriment to his health.
Right. He started losing the ability to detox.
Heart problems, blood pressure, cholesterol, everything's going through the roof. So if that's your current diet now, well, guess what? If you just switch to buying the frozen lasagnas at Kroger, the chicken sandwiches, and making those things at home, even though it's still a packaged food, guess what? It's healthier than McDonald's.
It's healthier than what it was.
And you're going to start seeing improvements in your health. However, there's a plateau. And this is the reason why when we very first started talking about losing weight and stuff, people always ask about these weight loss plateaus. Weight loss plateaus happen because your focus is on being healthier and not being healthy. So you can get a weight loss plateau, you can get a disease reversal plateau. It's better than it was, but it's not completely reversed. Why? What's going on? It's because your focus is in the wrong place. So this is the reason why we need to shift closer. We need to shift towards detoxification, understand what detoxification is so that we can get health and not healthy or healthier, I should say.
Healthier.
Also, the other thing too, when you were talking, you mentioned disease. A lot of people don't understand what disease is, right? So we need to understand what disease is. Disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism. There's a little bit more here, but the point is you might, okay, Steve mentioned, people be like, hey man, I'm healthy besides this obesity. Well, disease is a condition that's going to affect all of or part of. So even though your blood pressure is in healthy range, even though your cholesterol is in healthy range, because your BMI is outside of healthy range, maybe it's, overweight or obese, you're still diseased. And we really have to look at things holistically. Also, not to mention, health and wellness is not just the physical.
Oh,
right. There's the mental and the energetic aspects as well. So if you're not addressing these things holistically, there's going to be a shortfall. And that shortfall leads to these plateaus or just the yo-yoing, the up and down. Because if you're looking to climb a mountain, right, or run up a hill, or whatever the case may be, and you've been training, you've got your energy, you're ready, you slept well, you're ready to go. It's the start of the day, and boom, you run up that hill, and you get halfway up that hill, and you start breathing hard, heart start beating real fast, sweat coming down your face. You may be a little sweat getting your eyes, sting you a little bit, and you slide back down the hill.
Woo!
When you go to make that second attempt up that hill, you're not going to have that same motivation you had the first time because you've experienced just a little bit of defeat. But you could get up that hill. So you go boom, 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 boom. You run up that hill, and then you slip on a rock, fall, and then you tumble back down the hill.
Dang,
the third time you got to run up this hill, you don't have hardly the type of motivation you had the first time. So what happens with yo-yoing is you have a lot of zeal, but you don't have all of the tools necessary. You don't have all the information, right? Someone could have told you, hey, watch out. Halfway up the hill, there's a patch of slippery rocks. You want to try and jump over it. Or if you curve to the left, you can completely avoid it, right? Oh, by the way, when you're going up, the elevation is going to change. It's probably going to cause you to sweat a little bit. Make sure you wear a sweatband to catch that sweat so it don't get in your eyes. With the proper direction, coaching, tools, preparation, you can avoid some of those pitfalls that's going to cause you to do all that yo-yoing, which is ultimately going to decrease your motivation and make you getting to your ultimate goal more difficult. And that's where coaching comes in. That's where guidance comes in. The finding someone who has a method that resonates with you and investing your time, energy, and resources to really just knock it out of the park on the first try, because you don't really want to be going back and forth. It becomes mentally straining. You know what I mean? And I know Steve can talk about that because, you know, all of the fasting that he had to do, the back and forth and the ups and downs, and eventually it caused you to kind of backslide quite a bit.
Yeah, man. You just don't feel like, man, you don't feel like doing all. You're like, man, I'm just gonna maintain. You know, I'm just gonna maintain where I'm at. I'm just gonna keep it easy. But if there's a couple things that I wish that I would have known, and that's always the phrase, like for people that have like accomplished something. If I would have known X, Y, and Z before, right? You see these on Reels all the time. 5 things I would have done if I started back at 400 pounds, right? What are the 5 things I would have done, right? That's a great Reel idea. Somebody write that down, send that to me, so I don't forget, because that's a great Reel idea. But they're having someone who has been there, done that, who has slipped up, right? Who has gained back, like lost 150 pounds, then gained back almost 100, and then came back, and then now lost almost 200. Like that's, and then maintain. That is a feat. And there's nothing in the world like experience. I was watching a show, and this guy was talking about how like this woman was trying to like coach this football team, and the players were like, "You have never played football. You can't truly understand what we go through on this field, right? You can't truly understand the heartache and the struggle that we go through in this process." Like, and now granted, having coaching and being on the outside is always good, and there are things that you can see from a third person perspective that someone else may not see inside of it, but there is nothing like going through it yourself. And this is why watching all these other people in these, I don't know, I call them influencers or whatever you want to call them, right? It's like, when I see like somebody who's like a fitness model or whatever, right? They looked all great and everything, and they want to talk to people about losing weight, and it's just like, well, bro, what's your story? Because the farthest video back that I can see, you've been in shape your entire 3 years you've been on the internet. Like, you've never said anything about you struggling with weight or you struggling with the emotional hardship of weight gain, or understanding that there's an emotional hardship with weight loss, right? And then now what they will do is they will try to read an article or read a book to understand what that feels like, but no one is ever going to truly understand what you go through and what you have gone through and what it takes to maintain that unless they've been through it. Now, once again, I'm not saying that knowledge and information is not a good thing and it is not beneficial, but that's also why you have Chris and we work well together, right? Because we have two sides of the same coin, right? And don't get it wrong, right? Let me not downplay Chris. As a lot of you don't know this, Chris has lost 100 pounds in his journey. So
90.
Okay.
Okay,
let's not. Let me. 100. That's a big number.
That's a big number. 90 is a big number.
90 is a big number, but yeah, 100. That's that 3-digit boy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got that 3 digits. So okay, all right, cool. We ain't gonna give you that. But yeah, like so Chris is someone who can explain or express like what it means to be overweight, right? And because he's tall, you wouldn't really realize it. But if you look at some of his befores and then you look at him now, you can be like, oh, I see it. Right. So having people that understand and that like really grasp this, not because they read it in a book, but they live it. I'm sorry, but there is, you can't replace that.
And see, you know, what's crazy about it is I always get asked, cite your sources. And like it's something that I've been hearing a lot recently. Especially because I've been doing a lot of reels and things on Instagram and TikTok. So I've got a lot of new people coming in and interacting, and they always want me to cite my sources. And what I tell them is go to my YouTube channel and I have a playlist called Inspiring Interactions. That's my source. And why is that not the best source ever?
No, they want to see an article.
They want me to cite a journal. And it's like, bro, listen, these papers that are being published in journals, you guys got to understand that there's a political motivation behind those papers. Okay. I know we want to believe that science is just a free and open market and the best ideas are winning. And what dream world do y'all live in? What Disney fantasy are you stuck in where you think that science and politics and the world and the government and everything and things just work naturally when we can see the manipulation at every turn? Remember big tobacco, remember big sugar, remember the farming industry back in the 90s, back in the 70s, spewing propaganda. I mean, literally the United States, I think, is probably, I don't want to, it's got to be one of the most propagandized countries in the world.
Yeah, man.
It's legal to use propaganda here. It's legal. So when
it's encouraged.
It's encouraged. So why do you think science is any different? Every system that we have is influenced by this. Every single system. So what it means is we have to take these things in our own hand. We have to be our own scientists. We have to be our own lawyers. We have to be our own chefs. We have to govern ourselves, and we have to be competent in order to do these things. And we need to rely on resources that have been properly vetted. If somebody lies to you every single day of your life for the first 18 years of your life,
mm-hmm.
and then when your birthday, you turn 19 and you want to know about XYZ and you go to this source that has been lying to you all your life, why would you then begin to believe them? At what point are you like, no, this is a liar? As a matter of fact, they might even have a disease, right? They don't know how to tell the truth. Well, no, they tell the truth sometimes. What? 20% of the time? Is it worth you? Like, okay, let's say they tell the truth 20% of the time. Are you gonna hope that this particular thing is that 20%? So these journals, your politicians, the government, pharmaceutical companies. I was gonna say somebody's name.
No, don't say nobody's name.
We'll just say pharmaceutical companies, your schools. All of these systems are designed to lie to you. All of them. They're all designed to deceive you in order to make profit or to, for control or whatever mechanism they want. So it's time to be responsible. And I think people do this. They do this debating thing. Cite your sources. Do y'all realize that there is a paper to back up any claim you have?
Anything.
That's what, in my opinion, kind of illegitimizes it.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a scientific consensus. This is a made-up thing. You want to talk about oxymorons, scientific consent, that doesn't make sense.
Science is literally just a bunch of theories that we hold to be true in that moment until something newer or truer comes along. That's all they are.
But the whole nature of a scientist is to prove your theory wrong.
Right.
So what's the consensus?
So how can we say science is right? It's never right until it's never right.
It's never right.
They
basically tell you that.
This is like saying that's advancements or medical advancements or whatever is not a thing, but it is, because we're always learning. This is how we're always finding new molecules in the body. We're always finding a new way to lose weight, right? I mean, if science was not ever evolving, how would they have found Wegovy and Ozempic, right? So the semaglutides. How would they find that and know that this was something to use, right? And I just use that because it's just a hot topic, right? But science is ever evolving, which means if it's evolving, was it ever actually a fact or was it a theory, right? How can it evolve? If it was a fact then. So was it a fact or was it a theory? Something that we held to be fact.
Correct.
Or something that we thought, well, this is fact. No, science is all theory.
Well, actually, Steve, let me help a little bit here. When you talk about fact versus truth, this is where things get confusing because we think fact is truth. Fact is not truth. Fact is an agreed upon opinion. That's what fact is. If I say the sky is yellow and enough people agree that the sky is yellow, it becomes a fact. Now, obviously, our eyes are going to tell us something else, but if I can manipulate the science the right way, and I can explain that the sky is actually yellow, right? And we can all agree that the sky is yellow. But the truth is, you see the sky is blue. Better example.
That's a good example.
Talking about water. Let's get a little deeper because the sky's not actually yellow, right? Let's talk about what they've actually done. They tell you that the reason that the ocean is blue is because it's reflecting the sky, right? The ocean is blue because it's reflecting the sky. And yet, or I'm sorry, vice versa. The sky is blue because it's reflecting the ocean. The ocean is blue and the sky is blue because it's reflecting the ocean. Yet you can't go and scoop out a cup of blue water anywhere. See what they do? They tell you, oh, the sky is blue because the water is blue. Oh, that makes sense.
Ain't no blue water. What
but
you
there's
mean?
no blue water, man.
No, it's not. It's clear.
There's no blue water.
It's all clear. It's clear in the ocean. It's clear at your sink. It's clear out of your water dispensers. It's clear in your water bottles. It's clear, but yet it looks blue.
So then what's the truth? The truth is different from that fact. Whatever that truth is.
Whatever it is.
It's not the fact that we've agreed upon. I'll tell you that much. So anyway, what are we talking about here?
Detox.
The detox. So
yeah, we got off topic.
We did get off topic a little bit, but the question then becomes, how do we detox? What is the best detox method? Because that's the goal here. We understand the importance of detox, but how do you do it? And what's the best method? And this is why, as Steve was going to say earlier,
I was going to spill the beans.
This is why we've put together our next challenge.
Yeah, buddy.
The AHA JR 72 Detox Challenge. The JR 72
Detox Challenge. And as you guys know, what detox means, right? It is to make your body more healthy, right? In order for your body to be healthy, it has to have the ability to detox. So if you are feeling unhealthy, then that means we need to assist it in the detox process. And assisting in the detox process means assisting it with the material or minerals that the body needs in order to detox, right? So what's the best way to get minerals that the body needs, which are your micronutrients, because these are the things that help you detox? Because we also understand that vitamin or mineral deficiency is also part of your disease if you don't have minerals, or if you have a deficiency that does not get cleared up and then it continues to elevate, then that's where you get death, right? So what is the best way to then mineralize the body? Once again, these are going to be from your healthy foods, which if you missed that part, you got to go back to the beginning, but these are going to be your whole foods. And the best way to get your whole foods
is in a capsule, a synthetic capsule. You get the synthetic minerals. The Kroger has them.
Bruh. Don't
Walmart. If you go to Walmart and you go to the health food section, they got in the pill, the little white pill.
No.
You can get 3,000 your daily value in just a little pill.
No. You don't. You're first of all, he's trolling. But we know that the body does not utilize inorganic material. The body detoxes inorganic material. So your minerals, so when we talk about vitamins and minerals, your minerals have to come from the ground, the earth. This is where your minerals need to come from. You're not going to get minerals out of a capsule that are going to easily be accessible and usable to the body. Most of the time, that stuff in there, they may have some organic minerals in there, but most of the time, 99% of it is just filler. This is why they
literally just came out with there was a lawsuit. There were several companies involved. I want to say like Walmart, Kroger, and just Target, like stores like that.
Yeah.
Because they had these products on their shelves claiming to have XYZ mineral in there or whatever. And they said not only did it not have it, but they had fillers in there.
Yeah.
That are just Fillers you do not want.
Just fillers, just trash,
Just trash.
just stuff like. So when you're taking those once a days, right? When you're taking those multivitamins, they're literally doing nothing. They're not doing anything for you. You have to get these things from your whole foods. And before I was rudely interrupted, the best way to get these is, yes, of course, eating them. That's a very good way to get them, right? But there's one thing that is in the way when you're talking about whole foods, and I don't know, maybe it's going to hit a couple people, but there is something that is in the way when you are trying to get your whole foods and your micronutrients, and that is the fiber. Right? Fiber in general is a great thing. Please do not get me wrong. But if you are having any issue with any kind of disease or any kind of symptom, which means there's a disease brewing or an underlying disease you don't know of, if there is any issue there, the fiber can actually get in the way. So the way that you then remove or extract the fiber from your fruits and vegetables is how you then get to the micronutrients the easiest, and that is called juicing.
Hence, JR70. Well, that was a 2. 7, 2.
The juicing rolling 72-hour fast. So what we are doing is we are going to be teaching you and showing you how to juice, and of course go through the benefits of juicing, and so that way you can start to actually detox and hydrate, so that way you can truly start getting rid of some of these symptoms or diseases that you may be experiencing, and truly start moving to a more healthy place.
Not only are we going to be teaching y'all juice detoxing, because
not just only that,
we are definitely a holistic brand. We're going to be specifically targeting, well, we're going to be hitting the full body detox, and this is the next layer. This is the most important piece, okay? And I'm about to tell y'all this, and I'm gonna put the link for y'all to join in the chat. Also, it's gonna be in Instagram, and it'll be in the bio. One of the things that you all have been telling us for the past probably 4 or 5 years is that you wanted some AHA branded herbs.
I want some herbs, man. We get some herbs in there for you.
We are a culture of people that appreciates a little herb. So in order to push the detoxification to the next level, we have also put together a full body detox tea.
Full body,
as well as a parasite cleanse.
Clean them parasites out.
And the one thing that you never see with these detox packages,
we got something special for y'all. Took us a while.
An appetite suppressant.
We're gonna suppress that appetite.
So this is designed to couple perfectly with the JR72, because we're going to be doing the rolling juice fasting. We're going to be promoting a certain dietary strategy during this time, and then to help you all transition and be successful, we're going to support you with the herbs. Now, here's the caveat: the herbs are going to be in limited supply.
They're going
fast. We typically have over 1,000 people join our challenges, and I'm going to tell you right now, we don't have that many herbs. So this is our first mainstream announcement. I'm going to let y'all know now. If you want to join, if you want to add the herbs to the challenge, make sure to join now. All right, I'm putting a link in there for y'all who are on Instagram. It is in the bio. You guys will get access to the herbs. Now, what we've done is we have your level 1 participants and you have your level 2 participants. So level 1 participants are just going to be getting the challenge itself. Level 2 participants are going to get the challenge plus the herbal teas. Okay, you are eligible to join the challenge regardless if the herbs are available. But we wanted to add a secondary layer to help exacerbate. I always use exacerbate wrong. To help to boost to boost the detoxification and also to streamline your process. We want to make sure that if this is your first time doing a challenge with AHA, it is the most amazing experience you've had. In addition to the trio of herbs that we have available, I did one special thing that no one ever seems to do when they formulate their herbs.
What you do?
I made them taste good, baby.
Mm.
The herbs taste good.
We got a little flavor action
You
in there.
understand me? We went the extra mile and we made sure the herbs were sippable. So unlike the traditional bitters that you guys are used to taking and the cringiness, I mean, there's some people's teas that are so nasty that people just can't take them.
I mean, that is part of the feedback that we've gotten, because we have recommended teas from other people. And while, yes, I mean, I can take a really bitter tea, it's just like, dude, it's so bad, I don't want to even take it.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people that have come back to us and they're like, listen, I bought them, spent X amount of dollars, $150, $200 on these herbs, and I took one sip and I can't drink them. Literally. So what is the benefit of having I'm not saying it's not a benefit. Let me say there's a benefit. There's definitely benefits, sure. Right? But if you can't even drink them, then you don't get the benefit from them. Right. So we needed to make sure that, number one, they were potent, which they are.
Oh, they
right?
work.
And they're not just a walk in the park. They work. Okay.
Oh, they work now.
Stephen Michael approved. Trust me,
bro. They work now.
They work.
That's one thing they do.
You are going to experience this detox. But we have made sure that the way that they were formulated, they're easier on the palate than what a lot of what we've had.
Mm-hmm. Shannon said, "Where can I get these?" Listen, okay, I don't want to confuse y'all. The only way you could get the herbs is if you join the JR72.
That's it.
Okay. Now we will have the herbs available in our store in the future, but for this initial launch, we wanted to launch it with our challenge. We want to make sure that we get good feedback. We want to do things a certain way, and we want to do things the right way. And so we're doing a smaller batch with our challenge, and that's how you'll get access to the herbs. If you don't join the challenge, you have to wait until they're available in stores, which hopefully won't be too much longer, but you probably about a good month out, maybe.
Only one.
Maybe a month and a half, man. I don't want to lie to y'all, but I'm gonna do my best to get it to you as soon as possible. But this is where we at right now, okay? So, we've got the full PDF guide that comes along with our challenges. We've made some alterations to make sure that you guys are on track with this JR72 challenge. You're going to receive course content. So with all of our challenges, we always do, like core training sessions. And then we also incorporate live training. But in addition to all of that, you guys are going to get invited to a secret membership where all of the interaction with the other members from the challenge are going to be, it's like our own private Facebook group, but it's not on Facebook.
Yeah, please. I was hoping you weren't even going to say Facebook at just that word.
I know.
It is where it's not on Facebook. It ain't got nothing to do with Facebook. We got our own private community, and people over there, they're making progress. They're making gains.
Oh yeah. We it's very active. It's very intimate, and you get that AHA vibe. There's none of the trash and nastiness you get from other platforms. We'll just say other platforms.
Yeah.
So anyway, link is in the bio for Instagram. Link is in the description for YouTube or Facebook. And I'm also going to throw this in the chat one more again.
Hey, man. Also, as while y'all are here, if you're on Instagram, you're not following me, go to my Instagram, follow Stephen Michael.
Check out Stephen Michael.
Instagram.com, or just put in Stephen Michael Wellness.
Steve Michael. Hey, can we get a like? Can we get 1 or 2 likes, please? You know what I'm saying? Maybe some shares. Listen, I want you all to invite your friends to join the challenge. We've already had over 100 people join because this is our first public announcement. For those of y'all who are in our private groups, y'all got a little, you know what I'm saying? You got the information a little bit early. So we've already got over 100 people ready to rock out. I definitely want to give you guys the opportunity as our core audience to get in there before we start bringing in people from outside of the AHA community. So please join now. We always get people asking after we've already started the challenge, can I join? Now, when does the actual challenge start? August 6th. Okay, it's a Sunday. August 6th is when the actual challenge starts. Obviously, registration is open today. So you guys, you want to get in, especially if you want to get the herbs, you want to join.
They're going to run out. There's no question about it, because everybody I talk to is like, I grabbed herbs. already.
Yeah. I would say, I haven't checked the numbers today, but I would say about 85% of people who join grab the herb. So, man, I already know. I already know how y'all are, man. Just get them. Join now.
Just get them because what's gonna happen is you're not gonna get them, and then you're gonna hear us talking about them. You're gonna hear people talking about their experience. You're gonna hear people. They may have more weight loss than you during the process, and they're gonna be like, "What are you doing that I'm not doing?" Oh, I'm taking the herbs, right? Once again, the detox is designed to help or assist your body in the detoxification process. And when you detox, you are losing weight. That's literally what fat is. It's stored toxins. It's stored nutrition. It's stored water. So when you are detoxing, you are assisting the body. When we're talking about weight loss, you're assisting the body and then going into those fat cells and then pulling out and removing those toxins, the nutrition and the water from the fat cell, and then it can be utilized and then be excreted. This is what the herbs do. They're literally assisting in the detoxification process, or they are taking body systems, right? No matter what, or body organs that may be a little sluggish and they're a little sleepy, and herbs go in and they literally massage the actual organ, or they massage the blood vessel or the veins, and they say, "Hey, you're not supposed to be this sleepy. Wake up." I mean, that's basically what they do, right? They're literally cause the actual body or depending on, of course, the herbs that you're taking, they cause that then system or organ to then stimulate itself. They're stimulating to the organ, because we have to also understand that the body is the only thing that can actually heal the body. So the herbs are and juices and all these things, you're assisting in the process of the actual organs doing their own job. So if you want to assist your organs in doing their own job, go ahead and grab the herbs. That's literally what they're for.
Somebody asked, can I order 2 herbs?
No.
Come on, man.
No. Unfortunately.
Y'all know we can't do that, man.
Unfortunately, no. We gotta nah, man. We gotta save some for the people, man.
We wanna allow people, we want to allow the most amount of people to have an experience. Number one, for testimonials, and number two, because that's what we're doing. We want to help as many people as we can. Now I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna let Steve talk about his experience, because we tested the herbs, obviously. I lost, what did I tell you, Steve? 4 pounds the day that I took the herbs. So over a 24-hour period of time, I lost 4 pounds.
I thought it was more than that.
It was either 4 or 5, but I don't want to.
Oh, maybe I lost more than that.
You did. You lost more.
Okay. Yeah, my first day, the very first day, I did the full body detox and the Parasite blend, and then I did like a detox bath to help support all these systems. And after I was done and I got up, I was down 8 pounds.
That's insane.
And I was just like, bruh, I guess I was inflamed.
That's insane.
Now, granted, it was the perfect time to do it because it was just after my vacation. Mm-hmm. So I was on vacation with my children, and I wasn't eating the healthiest of foods, right? I'm on vacation. Yay, we live life. And while I don't know, I probably gained a few pounds while I was there, but I didn't feel like it. But obviously I got on the scale and I'm like, okay, all right, I put on a couple pounds, right? And then I said, hey man, Chris was like, hey man, herbs came in, baby. And I'm like, ooh, perfect time, because I need to do my after vacation or after travel detox. And then literally almost overnight lost all the weight that I put on. Actually, I lost more because I didn't gain 8 pounds. But so I lost more, which was all just, once again, inflammation. That's also for a lot of different reasons. But listen, they work. And I went through the whole process. I went through the whole cycle. And I felt fantastic. I was emptying every day. And once again, the flavor after the initial, they're herbs, you know what I'm saying? There's some things that you should expect, right? But after the second day or something, I'm like, man, these things ain't bad, man. I'm just knocking these things back now.
They're nothing compared to what what y'all have probably experienced.
Nothing.
Someone asked, "Are the herbs easy to prepare?" Yeah. They're you guys are. We're obviously going to be talking about the preparation and everything, but it's just you're going to boil your water. You're going to add your herbs, and you're just going to let them soak overnight, steep overnight, and that's it.
Amen. And I've done it. I've done quick steep. I've done the overnight method. Overnight is better, but I've done them where you just, hey, I don't have any time, and they still work.
Yeah, they're potent. That's for sure. That's one thing we did make sure they are potent.
Yeah.
So, someone that asked, how do we know we need to detox, or how do we know we have parasites and things of that nature?
I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to, different. Here's the thing. When it comes to parasites, different parasites will cause you different symptoms. Okay, so that's number one. If you eat meat, you need to detox. 100%. You need a parasite cleanse, and part of the reason that, and I can't go into it deeply here, just in the interest of time, but part of the reason that you need to detox if you eat meat, right, is because of the way that the body digests meat, and then parasites are actually a part of that digestion. So.
See, I was trying to avoid you, Steve. Dive a little deeper in it. The parasites are part of the digestion.
Yeah, so there's different types of digestion. It's not just simply everything digests the same, right? And the way that we digest meat is through a form of digestion called putrefaction. And when you start to then, so basically the meat basically has to rot. And then when that meat rots, then you have to have something in the body that then starts to then clean up that rotted meat. It's dead flesh. You have to have something that can clean that up. So just imagine when you have a piece of roadkill on the side of the road that dies, then you all of a sudden have these maggots, right? These maggots are doing what? They are eating the dead flesh. So the same thing happens inside of the body, right? But they're not necessarily maggots because they're internal. Maggots are external, right? So you have something because you have these cells. No, you be getting me going.
I mean, you're nailing it.
You have these cells in the body, and they are called pleomorphic cells. And these pleomorphic cells have the ability to morph or change, and they can change into different things inside of the body. There's been tests that have been done that when you take a piece of meat and you let it sit for long enough, then when they came back and looked at the meat, then there was actual parasites or maggots inside of the meat. And it's just like, well, they were in a closed system. They were in a closed case. Nothing had the ability to go inside of it, right? So then where did they come from? And then these cells were then found, these pleomorphic cells, and these cells will then see, they part of their job is to then eat or get rid of the actual rotting flesh. So this is where a lot of your parasites come from. Now, that does not mean you can't get a parasite externally. Obviously, if there is something on the meat that you then eat and it is bad, or there's something on it or a bacteria that's already on it or in it, then yes, then you can also then ingest a parasite that way. But if you have a stomach acid that is strong enough, it will kill that. But the problem is most people don't have a strong stomach acid. We actually have a low stomach acid. And then the stomach acid also has the ability to then change based upon the actual food that you're eating. So the stomach is actually very intelligent.
Well, it's funny, Steve, because we have a habit of drinking our soda with our steak dinner, right?
That's or wine. Which is one of the worst things you can do. Drinking while you're eating is one of the worst things you can do because it actually dilutes the actual strength or the acidic or the pH level of the actual hydrochloric acid in the stomach. So drinking things while you're eating is very bad. Right. And this is how we start to have a lot of these stomach issues because we don't really understand digestion. We don't really understand eating. And we don't give our body, once again, the minerals it needs for it to have a stomach acid that is strong enough to break down a lot of these foods. And this is not just meat. Let's be honest. Right. No, this is also why people have struggled with eating raw broccoli, right? Eating cauliflower, eating raw vegetables, because their stomach acid is so weak. It doesn't even have the ability to get hot enough to actually break down the raw vegetables.
Not to mention, It's been 20 years since you've ate broccoli. You don't have the bacteria.
Right. I mean, then you start right.
It's like, because the body has these redundancies, and this is what I love about the body. The body has systems in place, FailSafes, if you will, and we're just blowing up all the FailSafes.
Yeah.
FailSafe after FailSafe. It's almost as if we've been conditioned to attack FailSafes.
Right. That's crazy.
I mean, isn't that essentially what we do with our medication? What are you doing when you're attacking symptoms?
You're attacking the failsafe because the symptom is a failsafe.
It's a failsafe.
It's telling you, hello, there's a problem. Like, it's just when you see smoke, you know there's fire. Is the smoke the problem or the fire? Right? The fire is the problem. But we are taught when it comes to our health to attack the smoke. Just wave the smoke away and I won't start coughing, right? I won't choke. But the problem is not the smoke, it is the fire. So yes, we are taught to go through fail-safes. That was good. That was real good.
Hey man, you giving them too much.
Oh, my bad, man. You're the one that told me to.
You're giving them too much. They got to join the challenge to get the rest, man.
You got to join the challenge if you want to get the rest of this.
Look, man, every challenge we have a lot of fun with the live streams. I get Steve riled up in every single live stream, so y'all don't worry about that. But we'll have the full coaching staff available during the live streams, so you'll get the full knowledge base, which is incredible. We have an incredible team, and we would love for you guys to join and invite one of your friends to join. It's better to do these things in groups and partners. That's the reason why we created the membership area in the community. For those of you who might not have those friends and family members to join you, you can get that same interaction from the community. But also for those who have loved ones in their lives, maybe y'all, look, if you're married and y'all both have the same habits and y'all are both going down the wrong track, it makes sense to do it together. Yeah. It makes sense to get your sister involved, get your mom involved. I can tell you right now, for me, and when I started learning this information, the first thing I did was bring anybody in my family that wanted to come. So don't be selfish. Don't hold this to yourself. Don't hold it. Listen, it's going to benefit you in the end, because, you know, being able to share this experience with someone, remember, experience is the best teacher, right? So being able to share this experience with somebody is going to enrich your experience and help it to become more of a lifestyle thing versus just something you did that one time, right? You guys can reminisce about what you went through, and you remember that, you said this and I said that, and you laugh, and it enriches your overall experience, will get you a deeper connection to it. And what we really want to do is we want you all to take these tools we're going to be teaching you in the JR72 Detox Challenge, and we want you to apply it into your lifestyle.
Yes. This
is not about doing a challenge for 30 days and that's it. It's about building lifestyle change so you can not only get those gains or get those results or reverse that disease, but maintain it, because diseases can return.
Absolutely.
If you do not do like a lifestyle change.
Right.
So we're all about lifestyle change. The whole reason why we're focused on heavy detox is because that's what's going to help to revitalize your systems and organs and elimination pathways so that you can maintain. We're going to help you get the result. We're going to help you maintain. Steve, what else you got?
Hey man, listen, if you're out there under the sound of my voice, you can join the challenge. I get a lot of people, oh, can I join? Like, if I have this, Listen, if you are listening, then you will get benefit from this challenge, right? Including people that are dealing with diabetes, or if you're suffering, let me say this, if you're suffering with issues where your pancreas isn't releasing enough insulin, then yes, you should join this challenge, right? We will teach you why fruit and juicing is beneficial to you. And I have personally walked people through juicing, right, and eating fruits, and that have reversed diabetes. So if you feel like you can lose 20 pounds, right? You're like, I feel like I'm pretty good. Okay, you can join the challenge, right? You can help lose. If you feel like you have a lot of weight, particularly in your stomach, in your gut, then you definitely need to join the challenge. We're going to show you what it means to help clean out the gut, how to do it properly. And then not just how to do it properly, right? But you're going to then feel those benefits as well. If you are suffering from any sort of ailment, any sort of symptom, if you deal with dry skin or skin issues, if you deal with any issues that deal with your digestion, right? IBS, if you have SIBO, if you have candida overgrowth, any issue that has to do with your stomach or your digestive system, which is going to start from the mouth, through the esophagus, down into the stomach, then into the gut, then into the colon, and then even outside of the colon, juicing will be beneficial for you. If you feel like, you know what, I've never done juicing and I feel like I'm in a great place, but I would love to learn how to do this to teach other people, or I learn it for the future, you should join the challenge. There's nobody that should not or does not fall outside of the realm of someone that could join. And no matter what your scenario, your situation, if you don't have a juicer, that's fine. You can still join. We got you. If you feel like you can't afford the herbs, that's fine. We still got you. If you feel like you want a water fast and you don't want a juice fast, that's fine. We still got you.
Pick up them herb dough.
Yeah, go ahead and pick up them herb dough, right? That's what I would suggest. If you're not going to do juice, grab the herbs and then do the herbs, right? But regardless, you can still join. If you just want to do a normal regular R72, you can still join and you can still get the information for juice fasting, so that way, if something does arise in the future, you at least have the knowledge and the tools, because you never know who you're going to run into who may need this information. You may have a friend or family member who may need the information that you have. You can say, you know what, I took this challenge and I have all this information about juice fasting. You should do this. I think it will be beneficial to you, right? So anybody should join, and it would be a benefit to you just to be in the building.
And guess what, y'all? We don't care if you share this information with other people. We want you to. We're not like a lot of brands is try to keep things secret and da 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 da. As you can see on the YouTube channel, we give out as much free information as we can. That's why you got so much juice tonight.
A lot of juice.
But we got juice for days. We not worried.
This ain't nothing.
That's why we're gonna do the juice fast, a gallon a day. We got juice for days. We ain't worried about that. So come learn the methods and then build your own brand and go teach it. I don't care. My goal is to help other people. If I can help people through you, you know what I'm saying?
If I can help people.
That's better. That's better for everybody.
Hey, especially when we talk about spiritually and karmic energy. What? That's all it just. I help you, you help someone else, they help someone else. Guess what? I still get all of that back. I'm banking it. I still bank all of that.
Yo, that reminds me. I did a very special interview from, I'm not going to announce him yet, but I did a very special interview. Some of y'all might know this guy. He's all over YouTube. He's been around for like 15 years. But he's big in the juice world. And I brought him on. So for those, when y'all join, I got a special interview that I did with this guy. I'm gonna release the interview for YouTube because I do my best to give y'all as much as I can. But I was saying like something to look forward to. I got a special interview, and it reminded me because when I talked about his backstory, I was like, yo, how did you get into this? How are you where you are now? He was talking about how he almost died, but he started with an autoimmune disorder that it was a skin disorder.
Yeah.
And he used juicing and raw food with juicing as a way to combat that. And of course, he looks extremely youthful, and he's much older than what he looks like. Anyway, it's just a cool story, something to add on top to help y'all out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Somebody had asked, we were talking about detoxing. Yeah, I believe detoxing from mucoid plaque in the small intestine. Is that the first step, right? It's funny that you asked specifically about that. This was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the juice fasting, is because with traditional water fasting, you do get this mucoid plaque release. However, juice is more efficient. You can get it done faster. And then when you add the herbs on top of that, it's just accelerated even more. If you guys remember my story from way back in the day, I took the Dr. Sebi herbs, his small cleanse package, and I used it with my water fasting, and I was expelling mucoid plaque, I think like by day 10 or 12 or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's you want to get rid of that. That's a major issue in a lot of people.
It is. There's also why you may be eating the right things and you don't feel better because you're not absorbing it.
Not absorbing it. Is using moisturizer okay while fasting? Yes, it is okay if you're using a whole food moisturizer.
Yeah.
Anything that you're willing to put on your skin, you should be willing to put in your mouth. So if you're not willing to eat this moisturizer, you shouldn't be putting it on your skin. But if you're using a whole food product, yes, you can use it.
And to be honest with you, a lot of the times, man, I don't even use no moisturizer no more.
Well, you don't need it.
Right. I've gotten to the point where now I'll put something on. I'm like, bro, my face is just oily.
Dewy. It's just
like
moist.
So, I mean, I'll put it on like my legs or something, or my knees or my elbows sometimes if I'm a little ashy. But for the most part, right, this is one of the benefits of juicing. You become hydrated. So you don't
no
need
more
it as
cracky
much.
lips.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You-
Y'all put all that moisturizer and stuff on your lips.
It's actually stealing hydration from
It's stealing
you.
hydration, and Carmex is addictive.
Yeah.
Anybody who y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that Vaseline and stuff, man, stop using that Vaseline, man. That
Yeah,
stuff
don't
is
put that on your lips.
that stuff is it's a chemical byproduct.
Ooh.
Like, and not only is it a chemical byproduct, right? It also suffocates the skin. You put it on, you walk outside and you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If you put a lotion on or something, you walk outside and you know the feeling I'm talking about, where all of a sudden you feel like you're sweating.
Yeah.
Like, I just walked outside. It means your skin is telling you, I can't breathe. Right? So then you may start sweating profusely because the skin is trying to actually get rid of what's on it so we can now breathe. Bruh. Yeah. So, I mean, yes, you can use a moisturizer. Coconut oil, something like that, or like an almond oil, avocado oil, something like that. But like lotion and moisturizer, sunscreen, all that stuff, you're literally you're getting the aesthetics.
You're doing yourself a disservice.
But you're doing yourself a disservice.
There was a actress, I believe, that died because they were doing a scene. They were doing a scene where they had to be painted. Their skin was painted, and they were covered in this paint or whatever, and it cut off their ability to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And you think breathing just happens through your mouth. No, a lot of your breathing happens through your skin, and this paint cut off their ability to breathe, and they died. So now when they do these little scenes where they paint them, they leave a little circle unpainted.
They leave patches unpainted.
So the skin can breathe. Little fun fact. I'm not coming from a conflicting space. I'm a listener. I practice you guys' method. I've even interacted with you guys. But what comes after everyone does the method, lifestyle, etc.?
I mean, I don't know if this person has ever been in one of our challenges, but we teach those things. Yeah, so everything that we do is we're teaching you how to actually, number one, go through the process, go through the therapy, but then at the same time, we're teaching you proper eating habits. So for an R72 or a JR72, it's even more about eating, because you're eating every 3 days or every 4th day, technically, right? So an R72 is 3 days fasting, 1 day of eating. So the whole purpose behind that is so that way you can so we can teach you how to eat properly, how to eat a healthy diet, so that way you then adopt a healthy lifestyle. So, so to answer your question, it is literally built into each one of the programs, and everything we talk about and anything that we do is always diet related. So okay. It's built in.
Well, listen, y'all. The herbs are a 14-day supply. Okay, it's gonna be built into the system. Y'all, if y'all go to the page, you're gonna see all the pricing and everything. But the challenge is $99. For those of you who have joined our challenges in the past, I want you to check your email. You have an exclusive offer in your email if you have joined the challenges in the past. So make sure to check your spam and all that stuff so that you can get that exclusive offer. It's just a way of us saying thank you for trusting us, for being a part of our community. And we also always like to, pass on that goodwill. Everything, I think that's pretty much everything. If you guys have more questions about the challenge, as far as like, what's involved and stuff, check out the checkout page or the landing page. We have a video on there where we talk a little bit more about the challenge. And then, of course, you guys can always email us at support@ahealthyalternative.org. And we're about to do this. Y'all been waiting for this challenge too. So I want everybody to sign up because y'all been blowing us up. Yeah. When's the next challenge? I literally be having people emailing me. When's the next challenge? I'm ready for the challenge. You said the challenge was coming in. Listen, we had to get these herbs going, man. We had to get these herbs going. So we had to push things back. You know, shipping is crazy. It's crazy out here. But we're excited to launch it, and we look forward to seeing y'all on the inside. That's all I got.
Peace.
Peace.